We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from not so sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how one Land Academy member nets $75,000 a month. During our most recent live event, we had several advanced members speak about their experiences with Land Academy and how they've made it their own, and why they're in the advanced group, and the good, the bad, and all the other stuff that goes on with it. And one member in particular stood up and said something I've never heard any member really allude to in any way, because it's not part of my entrepreneurial makeup. I stopped what I was doing and listened pretty hardcore. He said, I do one deal a month and I net between $50,000 and $100,000 a month. So I make sure I make between $500,000 and $1 million a year. And that's it. I'm done. I've been doing it for at least a year. I got to quit my job last year. And I'm moving forward, and I don't have any intention of going from one deal a month to 2 deals a month. I'm done. And that goes against every single thing I've ever learned in school. Everything that's in my soul about growing and being an entrepreneur and moving forward, but we're still here how many months it is later talking about it, and people still bring that up. Young members, hear about this because we talked about it on the show, and because he's a semi-vocal person in our advanced group and shows up on the Thursday calls most of the time, or at least half of the time. And he's stuck with it. He hasn't moved from that. Mm-hmm. And so it just intrigues. So I'm going to explain how and why he does this. This is just really intriguing to people. It's not so much intriguing to me because I know how he does it and I get it. And this is part of what we do. We actually have a line of business that does this. It makes $75,000 to $100,000 per deal per month. And that's fine, but I just can't stop there.
I know you can. And that's something that we're working through together. I want to say, it's really, you have a lot of choices for me. Is that all you want to do? There's nothing wrong with that. And that's for a lot of our people. It's a lot of work, whether you're doing one big deal or several smaller deals, because those one big deals might need more involvement. There might be brokers involved because they're bigger transactions. It might be a different property type that you're learning about the area. It might be an infill lot where you're dealing with finding the right buyer and builders in the area, and you have a substantial buyers list to make those happen. It's just whatever you choose. So you choose, I look at it this way. How hard do I want to work, right? And how much money do I want to make? That for me is what is it. I mean, once you figure that out, then you back it into, I don't want to work that hard, or I do want to work that hard. And honestly, I think doing more smaller deals sometimes for me is easier because I'm not so worried about deals. I can just power through, get them in the system, not think about it, make good money. You're looking at me like I'm nuts.
I was just waiting for you to stop talking. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know when it ends.
Oh, thanks. That's a whole nother conversation.
This guy makes it sound easy.
True.
That's my whole point to all of this. Is it a unicorn? Can it exist? Can you actually easily do this and kind of just chill out? I think a lot of people, or some of the motivation for people to get into this business, which is fine, is to slow down, not have a boss, and manage your own time. And he's certainly done all of those things. So have we. So have the vast majority of the people in Land Academy that are successful. But I think it gets mistaken for, well, his way is better and easier. And it's not. He's got to probably run through 5 disappointments to get one good deal done. He doesn't talk about this stuff, and neither do we. He's got to read, I don't know how many purchase agreements and start redlining stuff wherever he needs to. And then eventually it's going to kill deals. I know this from experience. So my point is, if you're listening to this and thinking, well, I'm going to adopt this guy's model, like so many people since the live event, just know the truth. That's my whole point. And here's the truth. He has to go through at least 5 to 8 deals before he lands that one that nets 75 to whatever, 50 to 100 grand. There's going to be all these deals have the same potential issues, and you have to go through the same potential due diligence. He's just chosen for whatever to hit a triple every time he's up to bat, and then strike out probably 4 other times at bat. So I don't want to. Ever since Jill and I started Land Academy, I'm very, very, very cautious about trying to make this sound. It was too easy and too simple. It's a lot of work. He's not sitting around doing nothing. In fact, in this model, I would bet, I haven't asked him this, he's probably dealing with a lot of not rejection, but a lot of failed deals to get to that triple.
Exactly.
I mean, you're on the front lines every day. What do you think of this business model?
I hate passing on what I think are good deals to hang out for that, like you said,
Me
the
too.
unicorn.
Me too.
That's where I have a little bit of difficulty. So I would just be, and that's how we roll. I pull the trigger. If it's a good deal, I pull the trigger. I don't think about it.
Yeah. So I think it's a great business model. We have a business model like that it functions pretty much. It's not so much 75,000. It's closer to 50,000 a month, and that's fine. But I know how much work goes into it. We have full-time staff people who report to Joe to get these deals purchased and resold. So, and this guy does. He's a one-man show. Doesn't even have an assistant, and that's part of his whole deal is to keep his costs as close to zero as possible, and just really spend money on data and mail. And then I think he's a real systems guy. So he's got somebody else answering his phone overseas, I think. Or
Pat Live.
Is it Pat Live?
I think oh yeah, I'm sure it's Pat Live. Yeah.
And so he's outsourced some of that stuff, but the actual deals themselves, he does them himself.
It's a little bit scary because I remember talking to him about his the money that he spends in the front end on that deal. It works out every time, but there's a lot of money that goes into the phone calls and the mail to get that one.
Right.
And there's more juice there. There could be more deals.
So and this is my final point on it. The thing that concerns me the most about this business model, and I'm not knocking it, because if there's one person in our group who's doing it, there's probably 12 we don't know about.
You're right.
At least. I say, and our way is to get, like, we buy and sell probably, at least 30 properties a month that are pretty low-end properties where we double our money on the internet, whether it's through social media marketing or eBay or some venue like that. And so that's very profitable for us and very easy, and it's in a system. And we go back to the same place and buy these properties. It's one of like maybe 12 places all over the country and resell them. So at least I know there's food on the table and everybody's paycheck clears. And then Jill's got a team that does some of these higher end deals. So I just remember him talking about it, and I'm saying, wait, I could get rid of all this, and this. I could only do this. Jill and I could sit in a room by ourselves somewhere. I could buy them. She could sell them, and we make $100,000 a month. And then I started really thinking about how much work is involved in that, and what would the things you'd have to give up. So, is this topic making sense?
Yeah,
everybody's got to choose their own thing.
I agree. That's my whole point. You have choices, and know that no way's right or wrong. No way. They each have their challenges.
Exactly.
That's it. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. The Land Academy show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.